basically, the Philippines is the regional hotspot, and the Philippines remains the place in the region with the closest links to ISIS.
Regional security analyst Sidney Jones telling an online media forum in July the links of local and foreign extremists in Sulu remain very much active. Authorities in Jakarta had identified this Indonesian couple as behind the 2019 Jolo Cathedral bombing. Another Indonesian, Amin Bacho alias Zikri, facilitated their travel to Sulu in August 2017. Bacho then married one of the couple's daughter, Chichi, who reportedly trained with the Abu Sayyaf.
And as far as we know, Andi Baso and Chichi are still in and around the Patikul area of Jolo, and were said to be actively trying to recruit other Indonesians. So Andi Baso is very important to keep track of.
Military sources in Jolo cannot say if both Bacho and Chichi had a hand in Monday's twin blasts. Officials, however, are pointing to their local ally, notorious Abu Sayyaf militant leader Mundi Sawadjaan. His photo posted on Twitter by Jordanian journalist and former kidnapped victim Baker Atyani. The global pandemic did not stop violent extremists from planning and carrying out attacks, particularly suicide bombings. In fact, the radical groups had considered COVID-19 as, quote, divine retribution to the West, particularly the United States, as well as China's treatment of the Uyghur Muslim minority.
A corollary of that was now is the time to strike because the enemy is weak. So there was maybe an enhanced inspiration given by COVID, even as ISIS was warning its own fighters about taking precautions to avoid the virus and not traveling to virus-hit areas.
The 4 Army intelligence officers killed in a bungled police operation in June was proof officials say the military was hot on the trail against militants in Sulu. The 2 female suicide bombers the Army was pursuing supposedly managed to escape because of the incident, seen now as a big blow to the military's counter-terrorism efforts that may have led to Monday's deadly bombings. Speculations have been swirling in Sulu. The extremists are getting local support, even with alleged links to people in government.
There are a lot of rumors, but based on our validation, we have not established any of our politicians here conniving with the international terror group, nor with the local terrorists.
For defense expert Romel Banlawi, the new anti-terror law should be put to test in putting a stop to the evolving threats of radicalism, especially in the South.
This is very useful because our authorities will now have legal backing to conduct activities that will address other activities related to acts of terrorism like recruitment, inciting, training, financing.
Authorities say they are also constantly coordinating with counterparts in Malaysia and Indonesia in tracking down these militants operating within our borders. David Santos, CNN Philippines.